Most people in Cincinnati know us as a very eclectic, quirky, very queer-friendly neighborhood. Cincinnati's pride actually started in Northside. We've always had these connections to that community here. But there's a need for all types of affordable housing in not only Northside, but the whole city of Cincinnati. But as we look nationwide and in the stats that align with that locally, when you really think about it, the first generation of people in the queer community that felt comfortable or just had the opportunity to be openly out in their life, they are now in this aging group. And many of them still, even being that first part of the community to come out, they don't feel safe in every situation. They don't feel like they have the same access to living amenities, medical care, social work, etc. And that now has culminated with Northside's largest affordable housing development, which is John Arthur Flats.
It's a ridiculous shortage of income-based senior housing. Even the ones in Northside that I looked at, quickest I could move into any of them was they had a 4-year wait. Some of them had 7-year wait. My name is David, future resident of John Arthur Flats. I came here because we had a family emergency, and so I was desperate to get an apartment. That's why I took this. There's no light in here because the windows are covered because they're sealed, and so I feel like I live in a basement or something. I have this door open when I shouldn't because I want fresh air and I want light because I've been light deprived. So when she told me that not only was it income-based, but it was LGBTQ, which I didn't even know those existed. I don't know what that's going to be like. I've always been in the minority, of course, as most gays are. I think it'd be great if people could live their life without their protective shield up all the time. And I think that will change people.
When we're looking at this site, it was such a large development, so much bigger than what Nest had done. We knew we needed a co-development partner there, but Pennrose was a clear standout to us because of their track record with affordable housing, both in senior housing and in family housing.
Our job is to make sure that we're not just delivering an affordable housing unit at a reasonable cost to the public that it will serve, the people who will live here. Our job is also to be good stewards of public resources along the same way. We got every dollar, put it to its best use. There's a lot of detail here that is just done well, not done expensively. We have just been selected to do a project in New Haven, Connecticut. I can assure you that the New Haven project where we just selected to do won't be the last. Someone else will decide to do it, and every single place we've gone to do it, they all say, this is the first. The first in Connecticut, the first in Boston, the first in Cincinnati, and we're really as proud of that, I think, as most of you are here today. We're really happy to be a big part of that mission, for lack of a better word. So we are your continued partners in that work as well.
As we started to talk through all of these naming possibilities and just ways to really integrate that into the site, one of the people that we reached out to was Jim Obergefell. And so Jim and John are, of course, famous nationwide and really worldwide in being the topic of the Supreme Court case for marriage equality. They lived in Cincinnati and had spent a lot of time in the Northside community. And we said, we have this kind of crazy idea.
And of course, my immediate reaction was, well, of course, I love this idea. What an amazing thing, because John always wanted to leave a mark on Cincinnati. He wanted to make Cincinnati a better place. And what better way to do that than a property like this that is serving an underserved, often forgotten part of our community. So this morning, I had the opportunity to have a private ceremony with family and friends to inter some of John's ashes on the property bearing his name. And even though he died 9 years ago, almost 9 years to the day, I don't think I had really processed it or grieved completely. I feel like I grieved 9 years in about 3 minutes. The tears just flowed. But what a joy, what an honor it was for me to let him become physically part of this amazing project. What a gift that was.
First thing I did after everything was in place, I made soup. So the onions and garlic sort of anointed this space, and then it was mine. Never had so many cupboards. I actually have one cupboard that's still empty because look at all those cupboards. I mean, it's amazing. But it's designed well because the bathroom is It's not dangerous. Sort of looks like a gymnastics studio with all the bars on the wall and everything. But I can stand up, I can sit down. It's designed beautifully. I like it because of the light. This was like stepping out of the darkness into the light. And this, I just love it. It's good for my spirit.